Hello, everyone. This is Josh Wasowski, and I'm your instructor for Ethical Public Service. I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about your ethical dilemma, really how to choose your background and forming your ethical dilemma question. Now, for choosing your background, you want to pick an ethical dilemma that occurs either in the government or the nonprofit sectors. So what that means is you can't pick something that happens in a business. So it has to be a government employee or a nonprofit employee who's involved with this ethical dilemma. And the other thing I want you to make sure you do is make sure you're actually choosing a dilemma and not just picking a topic that is illegal. For example, someone stealing isn't a dilemma. It's just wrong. It's just illegal. So there's really will be nothing to analyze because it's so clear cut. A true dilemma will have both good and bad elements. So an example of an ethical dilemma would be cutting Medicaid. So let's take, for instance, a senator votes to cut Medicare funding. This is a dilemma because it has both good and bad elements. So somebody could say that cutting Medicaid is good because it's going to save taxpayers money. So that would be one argument. Um, Also, another person could say that cutting Medicaid is bad because it will result in people losing access to health care. So with this particular dilemma, you can analyze it from a multiple points of view depending on who the stakeholder is. So be sure to choose a topic that is truly a dilemma and has both good and bad elements to it. As you're thinking about what topic that you're going to choose, pick something that is of interest to you. You may want to go on to some news websites to find a topic, but definitely choose something that you think is going to be interesting because you're going to be talking about this topic for the rest of the semester. We're going to have several ethical analysis assignments, and in each of those, we'll be exploring a different way to analyze your ethical dilemma. And then finally, all those ethical analysis assignments will be combined and make up the majority of your final paper. So because you're going to be talking about this topic all semester, make sure you pick something that's interesting. You're also going to need to write your ethical dilemma question. And basically, another thing that you could call this would be your research question for your paper. But for this case, we're going to call it our ethical dilemma question. A good ethical dilemma question is going to have three parts. It must contain a whom, it must contain a what, and it also needs to begin with the words, is it ethical for? So an example of a good ethical dilemma question is as follows. Is it ethical for a mayor to use belligerent language in a public meeting? So if we dissect this, we see that it starts with, is it ethical for? And then the whom in this ethical dilemma question is the mayor. And then the what is really what the ethical dilemma is using belligerent language in a public meeting. So a good ethical dilemma question is going to have all three of those parts. So as you're thinking about your topic, you're also going to want to think about how you're going to form your ethical dilemma question. Now, in any ethical dilemma, there could be multiple dilemmas within that one bigger dilemma. You're going to need to choose just one. So that sometimes is a hard part. There's a lot of things that you may not like about a particular dilemma, but only choose one. So again, choose the one thing that you want to talk about for this whole semester. So I look forward to seeing what your ethical dilemmas are and on the discussion board, and I certainly will provide feedback on the discussion board. Thank you and good luck.